Okay.
Good to go.
7% done already. See any new business?
Welcome to the meeting here on April 27th. Ian had to step away, so I'll take over. Start the meeting with the pledge and I'm going to sign. Joe.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Meeting called to order. With a roll call.
Commissioner Sinata,
Here.
Commissioner Kennedy.
Here. We really need these. We have any royal officers' reports, comments? None. Public comments? We have none. Fiscal and contractual. We have some warrant registers from April 13th and 15th. Look them over.
I'll make a motion to accept the warrant registered.
And I'll second. Roll call.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
Minutes from the April 14th meeting. Chancellor, will come over, Chris. Sure.
I'll make a motion, we accept the minutes from the April 14th meeting.
And I'll second that.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy.
Yes.
Motion carries.
We have a present, written communications from Americold Aggregates, Shenango Township, and also Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. This looks like the Beaver Valley Station.
Oh, okay.
The first one from Americold Aggregates, it's for. You got it? I should just spoke the ends. For Shenango Township, Orange County for blasting permit. Blast from between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m. and 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. 4 p.m. until dusk, Monday through Saturday. Blasting at other times will only be for emergency situations approved by the regulatory authority. Doesn't say where it's at in Shenango Township. On the lands of,
Can't make out the map.
because it looks like it's the place we went toward that mine.
I think you're right, Dan. I think it's off of, is it Shenango Stop Road?
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
They sent us that, asked us for permission, and then we have the Commission of Commonwealth of Pennsylvania will participate and the biennial I'm gonna get this, emergency preparedness exercise with the Beaver Valley Power Station on Tuesday, June 9th, 2026. Exercise will be conducted on Tuesday, June 10th, June 9th, 2026.
Oh, okay,
We
Dan,
got this one done.
all right.
You want that one?
Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone, and I want to thank my colleague, Mr. Kennedy, for helping us out here starting the meeting. I had to take a phone call. My younger son, who lives in Chicago with his wife, was hit by a car yesterday as he was crossing the street. And he's in the hospital right now, but he's doing better. He did have a head injury, but nothing that necessitated surgery or anything along those lines. And the scans that they have done have come back looking pretty good. So, but I did have to take that call. I just ask everyone to keep my son and his wife in your prayers, if you'd be so kind. And again, thank you very much for taking over, Dan. I really appreciate it. So we have the two documents that Mr. Kennedy reviewed. Mr. Sanada, any questions?
No, Chair.
Either of them? No. Then may I have a motion for us to accept these two documents?
I'll make that.
I'll second the motion.
I thank you both. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata?
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. That takes us down to commissioner reports and comments. And well, looks like I get to go first today. Tomorrow, I believe all three of us are attending a meeting of is it the Lawrence Mercer Manufacturers Coalition? Do I have that right?
Yes.
Thank you. They have, I believe it's, not sure if it's called their annual meeting or maybe their biannual meeting, but it's at the Newcastle School of Trades, and the three of us will be attending that gathering. Other than that, I believe that's all I have right now, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Sanada for any update that he would wish to give.
Thank you, Chairman. Last Friday, I had the opportunity to go up to the Northwest Commission meeting, which I sat on that board. And very good meeting because we got a chance to meet with all the staff, various staff members. As you know, Chairman served on that committee for many years. And Lawrence County is part of that coalition. There's 8 counties that's part of it, and we rely on them for a lot of technical assistance and economic development. So Kennedy would know. So we serve on both the Northwest and the Southwest Commission. And I get the lead on the Northwest, and Commissioner Kennedy gets the lead on the Southwest on the executive board. And all three of us get to join the board down there. So I'm saying it was a good meeting, and I get to do that every other month. And was pleased to participate there. Saturday was actually a very busy day in Lawrence County. I actually started off with a breakfast up in the Old South Newcastle Fire Hall for a group called the DJ Warriors. Those who had children. It was a nice little breakfast, and I had a chance to go out to Cascade Park. They had their first Earth Day in Newcastle. It was sponsored partially by the city as well as a young lady, Rachel, I believe. And she did a really good job organizing this. And I see Mr. Zona here. He was out there representing recycling, and Jerry, you had a nice booth set up. And I thought it went really well for the first time, and the number of people that actually came out there. So this young lady did a really good job in the community. She pretty much as a volunteer, she's concerned about the community and been doing a lot of positive things. So my hats off to her. But I had a chance to stop down at the Lawrence County YMCA. They had their annual Children's Festival. That's something that's been going on for many years, and I've been going to that for many years. And it's nice to see so many kids down there. And many of the organizations were at Cascade Park. They also had people down there as well set up with groups. And, so there was a lot of activity for kids last weekend. I ended my night up in Union Township at the Lions Club at their annual big fundraising dinner, and I've done that one for 29 years. So it was a quite busy day on Saturday. That's pretty much what I had.
Thank you. Before I turn it over to Mr. Kennedy, you mentioned the Northwest Regional Planning Commission. And, you know, one advantage that we have with Forward Lawrence and their new director, Mr. Abramovic, he was a county commissioner in Venango County. He chaired that board for a couple of years. So he has a firsthand knowledge of that organization and the people who are involved in it. So that's a plus all around. So with that, I'll turn it over to Mr. Kennedy.
The only thing I gotta say is that, you know, Chris, I was at Cascade Park, and then we went to the Lions Club dinner also, so good events. That's all.
Thank you so much. Takes us to new business, and the first department that's coming before us is our recycling department. And Jerry Zona is joining us, and we've got the table. If you need to slide back, if however comfortable you want to get, Jerry. Sometimes that table's a little further back, but thank you for joining us today. And you actually have two proposals. The first one, what number will this one be?
63.
63. Thank you. This would be for a Section 903 grant application. We do this every year, I think.
Yes.
Reimbursement of salary and eligible expenses. But Jerry, can you give us some of the specifics, please?
Sure. As you noted, this is an annual grant offering. It's nice. It's one of the easier grants that we submit. It reimburses the county for half of the expenses associated with my salary, benefits, travel, and so forth down the line. It's nice, combining that with the 903 grant that we submit to Mercer County for Megan. At the end of the day, both counties are only on a quarter of what it costs to have this.
That sounds like a no-brainer to me, but let me see what Mr. Kennedy would like to ask. Thank you. Mr. Sanada, any questions?
Very straightforward. So
Gentlemen, this is proposed resolution 63. Could I please have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that motion.
Thank you. There's no other discussion. We'll ask Vanessa to call the roll.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy.
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carries.
Thank you. And then proposed resolution 64. This is the county planning grant that recycling department would wish to apply for through the Department of Environmental Protection. But again, Jerry, can you give us some details?
Sure. Now, this is an offering. Sometimes it's made annually, sometimes it's not. If you do get a grant, our last grant was 2022, I believe. You're not eligible for the next round. So we are now eligible for another round. What we're going to do with this particular grant is continue the public education campaign that we've been running, the ads that we do in the Newcastle News, and so forth. We also want to get a few additional surveillance cameras for our recycling sites. The cameras that we have, some of them are they go back to almost 2010, a little dated. So we get some updated equipment that will allow us to actually look at them through cell service and see what's going on in live time, whereas the cameras that we have right now, we can't do that. And we also are looking at maybe replacing some of the old big blue bins as well. These expenses will be spread out over the course of a 2 to 3 year period.
That's good to know. And I'll turn it over to Commissioner Sanada to see if he has any questions.
Yeah, Jerry, did you, I know I've seen some posts, did you get some new equipment? That we put in Elwood City and up here at the courthouse?
You're correct, yes.
Could you just elaborate a little bit on that?
Sure.
Yeah.
This equipment was actually purchased through a 902 grant. Megan submitted one on behalf of the office to Mercer County. And that is the grant that we used to get the glass recycling program off the ground. So we purchased 7 glass recycling containers. You've seen the purple bin that you're referring to that's at the courthouse. And we have one at the Wayne Township Volunteer Fire Department. Glass was dropped from a lot of recycling programs around 2018-19. The residents have been asking for that for quite some time. And of course, over the past few years, we've had the traveling glass bin from Pennsylvania Resources Council that we've had stationed here and there. good program. The downside is it's expensive. It's $900 a week to have it there. And it's only for 1 or 2 weeks a year. So this gives us an ongoing program at a much, much cheaper cost.
So this isn't gonna be a weekly thing, this is gonna be bi-weekly.
It's permanent.
What's there?
Yeah, it's there. It's going to stay. And of course, part of that grant includes public education. We're developing some fact sheets on how to use the program and so forth. We're going to be getting some special glass recycling containers to give out to residents to use the soil materials.
This is the, when we went up, took that tour a while back. This is all tied to that, am I correct in that?
You are correct, yes. So the glass from this program, we've got a partnership with the city of Hermitage. The glass from the bin, for example, at the courthouse will go to a bunker at Hermitage. When that bunker is full, it'll hold about 20 tons of glass. The city of Hermitage has graciously agreed to provide a driver and equipment to load a tractor trailer from Cap Glass, the facility that we toured last year. And of course, they process it. You know, as you saw firsthand, we've got all these colors of mixed glass and everything together. And at the end of the line, there are beautiful piles of clear brown and green glass that will go to Owens, Illinois to get made into new glass bottles.
Yeah, I was impressed, I remember that early tour to see how it's separated and everything. So the residents of Lawrence County, are you saying they have to bring it up here, or is it tied to, I'm a community, so I remember that we have our recycling thing. Okay. Now, how do the residents, do they drop it off up here or in Elwood City, go to like a township, or how does that all work?
Yes, it's a combination. So residents that want to recycle their glass can use either of our containers or any of the 3 sites that are in Mercer County. Depending on your hauler, some haulers will accept glass. Tri-County Industries, Valley Waste, they take glass as part of their recycling mix. They don't recycle it per se. It does get pulled out of the recycling stream, and they repurpose it as an alternative daily cover at the landfill. So at the end of the day, landfills are required to cover the trash. Typically, it's with like a 6-inch layer of soil. If they get special permitting from DEP, they can use like shredded tires. In this case, they use a lot of glass as a daily cover.
I'm wondering, this is informative for me, because like I said, I had some glass and I put it with my recycling. I'm allowed to do that, right?
Yes.
I just want to make sure I was.
Well, it depends on your, so you said you're in union, it depends on your hauler.
Yeah,
So
let's try it.
then you're good to go.
Okay, that's what I thought, because I don't have a lot of glass. I'm like, oh, this is glass, I wanted to recycle it. Okay, well, I think that's very informative, just by you letting us know how this all operates, because I think it's something good to recycle. All right, thank you, Chair.
Well, certainly. Thank you. Commissioner Kennedy. Thank you. This is proposed resolution 64. Mr. Zona is recommending that we take action on, so may I have a motion, please?
I'll make the motion.
Then I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen. There are no other concerns. We'll ask Vanessa to call the roll.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes?
motion carries.
Jerry, I think that's all you have for us, right?
Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you so much. Take care.
You too.
Donald Andrews is with us from Children and Youth Services. Good to have you back, sir. Hope you're doing well.
Yes.
Good. Well, you've got a few for us to talk about. Let's start with proposed resolution 65. This would involve drug testing services. And it would involve a contract with Drug Test Express on-site screening. But Donald, can you fill us in a little bit on this, please?
Yes, so this is a new provider. We have not contracted before. They're our new business, just beginning up our business. We put this into motion when Family First Swift Fair closed up in Shannon Township. They previously did our drug testing. With their closure, we reached out. The woman that used to administer the drug test started her own company. So this is us contracting with her for that. It's the same rates that we paid Family First. There is a $150 annual fee that covers all her trips to our office. She will meet with clients in our office 1 day a week, every week, with the option we can add a second day if needed. And yeah, that is about all.
I recall, help me out, gentlemen, I think Mr. Bout may have sent us an email about this. I seem to have a memory of that. So some of what you're telling me sounds familiar. But let me start with Mr. Kennedy to see if he has any questions.
No, I'm sure we did. I can remember reading something about this.
Thank you, Dan. Mr. Sanada, any questions for Donald?
I agree with what you guys said.
Okay, thank you. May I have a motion for Resolution 65? Is there a second?
I'll second.
Thank you both, gentlemen. We'll take a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carries.
Thank you. Resolution 66 would be a contract agreement with an organization known as Adoption Connection PA located in Beaver County. Donald, what can you tell us about this?
Yes, so this is a renewal for the 26-27 fiscal year. Their rates vary anywhere from $83 a day for $129 a day for foster care services, depending on the needs of the child. It is an 80-20 split with the state and federal government. The county has a 20% share of that. And currently we have 5 kids this fiscal year that have been there. So they are one of the providers we do utilize. And that as well.
Very good, thank you. Chris, any questions for Donald?
No.
Mr. Kennedy? No. Okay, may I have a motion for proposed resolution 66?
I'll make the motion.
And I'll second.
Thank you. If there are no other concerns, we'll ask Vanessa to call the roll.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Proposed resolution 67, I'm going to guess this is a renewal because it looks familiar to me. This is a contract with an organization out of Butler County known as Check Your Mate Investigations. Stephen Braden is, I believe, the owner-operator of that organization. But Donald, what can you tell us about this one?
Yes, so that is correct. It is a renewal. Stephen Braden is the owner operator of the business. He provides our private investigator services, finding clients, serving clients. Anytime we have a court order to serve someone that we cannot find, we typically utilize his services. His rate has not changed from last year. He charges $60 an hour. I believe he's contracted only 4 or 5 hours per client. And yeah, it's just renewal for the 26-27 fiscal year.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Kennedy, any questions on it? Thank you. Mr. Sanada?
No.
All righty, move forward. Could I have a motion for resolution 67?
I'll make that.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. Proposed resolution 68 is a proposed contract with, I'm going to pronounce it Marquis, Pennsylvania. I hope I said that right. They're based out in Lafayette Hill, which I think is out in Montgomery County. Donald, can you give us some background, please?
Yes, so this is another renewal for the 26-27 fiscal year. They are based out of Montgomery County. We did not utilize them last fiscal year. They were one of our backup foster care services to take our children should the local provider be able to accommodate us. Their rates have not changed from last year. They requested an extension for their rates through our CYF. They are an 80-20 split. Should we utilize them, they're kind of being responsible for 20%.
Thank you for all of that. Chris, any questions?
No.
Dan?
No.
Thank you. May I please have a motion for resolution 68?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second.
Thank you, gentlemen, and we'll ask Vanessa to call the roll.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes?
Motion carries.
Thank you. And then I believe the final proposal you have is resolution 69. This is a contract agreement, purchase of service agreement with Dr. Terry O'Hara in Allegheny County. Donald, can you give us some details, please?
Yes, so this is another renewal for the 26-27 fiscal year. He has not increased his rates from the previous year. He provides our bonding assessments and our parental capacity when court ordered to do so. So anytime we have a parent that we are court ordered to get a bonding assessment or parental capacity, the referral is made to him. He kind comes to our office or to a mutual site to perform the assessment, evaluation, and then gives us a recommendation to submit to the board.
Thank you for sharing all of that. And I'll see if Mr. Sanada has any questions. Mr. Kennedy? Thank you. This is Resolution 69. May I please have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second that motion.
Gentlemen, roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes?
motion carries.
Thank you. Well, Donald, I assume that's all you have for us?
That is.
Okay, great. Thanks for coming down. Have a great day.
This time of year, we're gonna see a lot of you.
Okay, super. Look forward to it. We have a proposed budget amendment coming to us. This involves our public safety department. It appears it's unbudgeted revenue from a grant, specifically for our 911 operations, in the amount of $26,567.89. And then we're applying this towards the expense line item under facilities and repairs. And the explanation being it's a reallocation of 15% funds, utilizing a portion of the funds for modular battery replacement for the 911 center UPS uninterrupted battery supply. Joe, I know you monitor these very closely, these budget amendments. Anything you have to add?
No, just, unanticipated revenue is always a good thing. And obviously, there's a need for it up there with their operations to have things that are batteries and so forth, which are, keep them going at 24/7.
Very good. Thank you for that. But let me see if Mr. Kennedy has any thoughts.
Not at all.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Sanada, anything? May I have a motion for this budget amendment, which is Resolution 70?
I'll make that motion.
And I'll second the motion.
Thank you, gentlemen. If there are no other concerns, we'll request a roll call.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes?
motion carries.
Thank you. And Mr. Burek, Brian Burek, who is our tax claim director, is with us. Good morning, Brian, if you wouldn't mind. Thank you for your patience today.
Sure.
We have a proposed resolution which will offer some amendatory language to a previously adopted resolution, specifically Resolution 2026-12 that the commissioners adopted on February 3 of this year. And this involves the GovEase Auction LLC agreement. But I'll turn it over to you for background.
Thank you. Yeah, back on February 3rd, you approved a resolution and we hired and you executed a contract with GovEase. We worked with them for the last 2 months. Our judicial tax sale is coming up actually this Thursday, and they've been excellent to work with. The only thing that changed, they sent a contract amendment from the original agreement. Nothing changed on our end. They used to hire a third-party provider to handle the money, and they've now brought that in-house. And because of that, they've asked us to amend this agreement. But basically, our bidders, we have 112, as I emailed you the other day, we have 112 people who have registered through their website, and I reviewed that and approved them. They paid a small fee, and then the GovEase is going to handle the sale this Thursday. Any winning bid, there is a 3% commission added on for GovEase's fee, but all the money will be collected by them, and then once it's approved through the bank, that money will be from the sale fees will actually come to us. But this agreement, like I said, it doesn't change anything on our end. All it changes is the language, how they're handling the money internally. Our bidders can pay by ACH, electronic payment, or wire transfer fund. But they've been excellent to work with, and they've requested this agreement, and our terms have not changed at all.
The day of the sale on Thursday, then, you and your staff, I'm assuming, will be sitting at your desks in front of your computers.
We will be monitoring it online, watching it live as it happens, and we're available by phone, and we'll be reviewing everything right up because, as you know, the law provides that, for example, when I originally came here a few months ago, when we advertised, there was 206 properties that were eligible for the free and clear sale. As of this morning, there's 173. That means 33 property owners or their lien holders, when they get the notice, hey, your property is being sold for unpaid taxes, 33 of those properties, the taxes have now been paid plus a redemption fee. So we expect a few more to be redeemed between now and Thursday morning, but right before 10 a.m. on Thursday morning, we'll do a triple check and make sure all the properties for sale still have unpaid taxes from 2023. So, we don't like we're not, our previous directors, they always said, we're not in the real estate business, we're in the tax collection business. Somebody has to be at least 3 years behind on their taxes to go to a free and clear sale. And we've notified every property owner, we've advertised it, we've notified all the lien holders, and many times, people and the lien holders or the owner doesn't want their property to be lost, so therefore they do come in and pay the taxes at the last minute.
And a lot of the procedures you just described are based on state law. correct?
Everything we do is in state law. It's called the Pennsylvania Real Estate Tax Sale Law.
Okay, so it's not a law that three of us or any of our predecessors passed. We're following state law.
Correct. I just asked for an approval to amend this agreement. Like I said, the language, I reviewed it this morning with this company. All it does is change the language because they're now handling all the payments internally rather than using a third-party payment provider.
My final question before I turn it over to Dan, I'm assuming the answer is yes, but our solicitor, I assume, is aware of the sale on Thursday and will be available in one form or another in case you need him.
Yes, I reviewed a few issues with him yesterday, and I have a few other documents I want to look at. He's going to stop in my office today and review this before Thursday sale. And he'll be available as well on Thursday by telephone if needed.
Mr. Kennedy, questions for
Seem to be going smooth.
Thank you. Mr. Sonata?
Does that go along with Mr. Kennedy's comments? Absolutely. That's exactly what we asked for, Brian, so.
Very good. This is proposed resolution 71, which will amend language of previously passed resolution 2026-12. Could I please have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Any further comments, gentlemen? If not, roll call, please.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. Brian, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. You have two options. You can print the paper amendment to the agreement, or I can forward, they send it electronically as well, in Panda Docs. But if you want to sign it later today, if you can just take 5 minutes to sign this, and then
I have it.
I gave her a copy as well.
We
Then I
can
can,
pass, since you're here, we can pass it along right now.
does the resolution designate Dan to sign on behalf of the board, or does it designate all three to sign?
It does not designate Dan, so.
It's all three of us have.
Okay. Well, there's the space right here.
You can do it right now.
Signatures on the front page, and then the initials on first and last page need signed, and then the pages in the middle just need initials. So county columns on the right.
Right, there's a place for three of us.
There's only one line for the county, but just got the sign above the line.
It says printed.
The original agreement, I think the resolution designated Dan to sign on behalf of the county, but
I'm gonna give this to Dan first. Oh, all right, as a chairman, you can be the first one, and then we'll sign.
since this resolution didn't specify, we do need at least two signatures on it.
I'll go towards the top and leave enough room for my colleagues.
I'm used to Vanessa, she has a spot for all of us.
You said we needed some initials, Brian. I see that.
It says county initials.
Or customer.
Yes,
Customer
we're the
authorized
customer.
representative. And again, I'll leave enough room for both Dan and Chris.
While you're signing, I'll just mention, I went to my tax NIM conference a week or two ago, and I sat with Beaver County, York County, and one other county. All four of us are using GovEase now. So,
That's nice, because then if you have issues or questions, you can bounce them off one another. I'm glad you took the time to go to your conference.
Very educational.
Sheriff's sale, they're using somebody different than what you're using.
Govey's actually told me, and I confirmed it, that they're actually in talks with Govey's. They're considering hiring them to conduct future sheriff sales as well. This company does both tax sales and sheriff sales. So our sheriff's office is currently in conversation with Govey's.
Oh, no, there's,
We have been,
each page, some of the pages have a place for an initial.
Brian, since they already signed that, can you, scan it and send
I'm
me?
gonna scan it. I'll copy you and I'll copy Govey's.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.
Right, how long have this company been in business?
13 years, and they've been in Pennsylvania since 2023. This is the 4th year of doing Pennsylvania tax sales.
They're actually growing with other counties as well.
Yes, they brought on 3 or 4 new counties this year in Pennsylvania alone, and they're expanding. Right now, they're in the 13 states. So this is a national company.
And it sounds like, everything's going smoothly with this.
Very happy with them so far.
What's the feedback you're getting from the residents?
Anytime you have a change, some of our longtime bidders weren't thrilled that it was moving online, but one of our regular bidders, he was in yesterday and he said, so far so good. And we said, after the sale Thursday, give us your full feedback. So we are soliciting feedback from bidders. So most, we literally had 1 or 2 people that said they aren't going to participate because it's online, just because they're much older and they said they don't have a computer and don't like to do things online. But it's open up. We've brought in other bidders that haven't bid previously as well. Well,
Any final questions for Brian, Dan?
No.
I'll clear it up. You got everything
Yeah.
you needed to ask?
Oh, yes, thank you, Chair.
okay, I'll give a copy of this to Vanessa and I will give you guys a full report next week after the sale.
Good. We'll look forward to it.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks very much, Brian. We did do a roll call, right, Vanessa? We did a roll call,
Yes.
didn't we? The next matters to consider are transfer requests. There are 6 of them listed. I was advised that number 10A, the controller's office has requested that we withdraw that for the
Correct.
time being,
Yes.
right? Okay, so we will skip over 10A at the request of the controller's office. That involved court administration. But the remaining ones, I'll read through them, and gentlemen, when we get to the end, we can, if you wish, we can vote on all of them at once, or if you need to divide them out, we can do that. The assessment office is asking for a transfer of $1,029.08 from their materials and supplies line item into their office minor equipment line item. District Judge Amodi's office is asking for a $500 transfer from their temporary part-time staff line item into that of subscriptions and books. The sheriff's office requests a $100 transfer from their contingency into their subscription line item. The jail is asking for a $3,000 transfer from their contingency into vehicle expense. And then finally, District Judge Amodi's office, I wanted to make certain that they were 2 separate. Are they separate? Are they distinct from one another? C and F, they're written differently, but they basically say the same thing. They're wanting $500.
You know what, I think it's a duplicate. I think we got, if you look under the controller signature,
Yeah,
one is signed by Ken Locke, the other one is signed by Dave Getting. So
Is
that's
it-
Dave Prestonfine, so we just got it twice, that's all.
yeah, that's how I would interpret it, because the account numbers match.
Yes,
And the dollar figures match.
Yep.
So should we then
we can read.
withdraw F?
Mhm.
Would that
Yep,
be
I would agree.
acceptable to everybody? We'll withdraw the second of the 2 from Judge Amodi's office. Let me mark on here that it has also been withdrawn. I'm gonna be giving this to heavy water. So that then, sorry, bear with me one more second. Okay. That means that what we are considering for a vote under item 10 would be letters B, C, D, and E. Does that sound accurate to you, Vanessa?
Yes.
Those are the ones we're going to consider. Let me take a motion if you would wish to cover those four.
I'll make that.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Now, any questions, Mr. Kennedy?
None.
Okay, Mr. Sonata? Thank you. So once again, what we're voting on is a motion to consider letters B, C, D, and E under item 10. We are withdrawing 10A and 10F. If there are no other questions, we'll ask for a roll call.
Commissioner Sinata,
Yes.
Commissioner Kennedy,
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler,
Yes?
motion carries.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Under announcements, I'll note that the commissioners will reconvene 1 week from today, Tuesday, April 28th at 10 a.m. in this room, and that meeting is open to the public. Speaking of public, for public comments, I will note for the record that the room is empty at the moment, so we do not have anybody from the public at this time. But I will ask for closing comments from my fellow commissioners, and I'll start with Mr. Sonata.
I have none, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Chris. And Mr. Kennedy?
None.
Thank you, sir. Vanessa or Joe, anything on your ends? Okay, thank you very much. Well, thank you all. We wish you all a good rest of the workday and work week, and there being no other business to be brought before the Board of Commissioners, could I please have a motion to adjourn this meeting?
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Opposed, the same sign. Motion carried. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everybody. And Joe, I thank you for turning off the computer.
Thank you.